We are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy.
Dummy. Conspiracy dummy.
Hey, welcome to Conspiracy Dummy, the conspiracy podcast that keeps rocking in the free world. I am your host, Double D. Joining me on the podcast, we have the second coming, JC.
Whoop, whoop.
And we have the enlightened one, Mr. Williams.
Glad to be back.
So what's good, guys? How's everyone doing?
Good.
We got that mic. Are we rocking and rolling?
Yeah. No, I was just pointing it towards my face.
That's what's up. I'll point something else. All right, man. Hey, my. Guess who's not on Spotify?
Oh, yeah, Neil Diamond.
Neil Diamond. And us too, I guess. We're not on Spotify. So
We're also not on Spotify.
I can't talk shit, but we're not talking shit. Not like Mr. Young, old Young. He challenged Spotify and saying that, you know, he didn't want to be on a format that had that was going to be spreading misinformation or whatever. I'm talking about the Joe Rogan program experience. But
yeah, I guess I'm not so super clear as to what Joe Rogan was saying about what information he was spreading. Because I mean,
it's not him, just a guest that he had on. But like I said, if they're saying stuff, they just have some data, some information. And I think they challenge people. If there's anyone that's against it, that doesn't agree with what they're saying, to come on the program. Let's talk about it. Let's have this debate. And instead of having that, they want to just cancel it. And that's the whole thing. It's like this, they're trying to start this movement, try to get people like Neil Young.
Well, this isn't the first time he's been a drama queen with Spotify.
Oh, this happened before with him?
Yeah, initially he wanted them to only put certain songs of his up because he was questioning the quality of Spotify because allegedly something to do with Spotify does it on MP3 files, which is a lower audio quality versus the audio quality you can get off CD or vinyl or something more professional. It's just a streaming or a downloading source.
oh yeah, that's for sure.
So,
But I mean, when you think of the ability to stream a file or a song, you need to have the right compression for that, or else it's just gonna clog up their bandwidth.
Yeah. I don't know.
So maybe that's just maybe that's just an old issue.
I don't know, man. With this bandwidth, I don't know.
What? Okay, so let me phrase this question since it's Neil Diamond. No, wait. It's not Neil Diamond.
Neil
Young is Neil Young. Okay, so which artist would get you behind his cause? I
don't think he knew what he was doing. He retracted it. He took that letter off. He had it up for a little while, and then I guess he realized, took it down. But Spotify heard him. They're like, "Fuck it."
But okay, well,
which take you off.
I guess what I'm saying is would there be an artist that you would,
that? Okay.
not Neil Young, but John Bon Jovi. I mean, I'm just throwing out names and shit, but.
Maybe back in the day with Rage or some badass band back in the day that was fuck you to the government or whatever that's going on and shit. Yeah, maybe, bro. But nowadays you don't hear anybody. Everybody's fucking quiet as a mouse, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We need people like that. I don't know, man. I don't think that platform, music, conveys that message. You need something like a podcast, for example. Perfect platform, tool to speak truth to power. And then people don't like that, bro. They don't want to hear.
I mean,
stuff
you think about,
said.
But I mean, you think about it. Fox News does this kind of shit all the time, just on the other side of the coin.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
News, all these
they have
medias.
dudes like fucking Tucker Carlson that fucking say all kinds of fucking bullshit.
And that's a good. Well, the thing is, viewership. It shows somewhere that Joe Rogan gets 11 to 12 million views per episode, and then Tucker Carlson's just right underneath them, 3 million or something.
And that's national TV.
And it goes all the way down to CNN. CNN gets 8 viewers. 11 million.
So you think it's like clout? You think they're clout chasing?
Yeah,
you think
exactly.
by reporting on this shit that they're like,
And
hey, let me borrow Joe Rogan's name
exactly.
and all that bullshit so we can get views on our shit.
And not just that, it's the Streisand effect. It's exactly what's going on. Like the more you want to, like, the more you talk about someone, the bigger they're going to become.
I don't know if
And that's what's going on right now. Everybody wants to just throw Joe under the bus, but the more you, and Joe's not a bad guy. I like that shit. I like that he's like he seems like an honest dude. He's just like a truth seeker. I'm down with that shit. Having all walks of life on this show, on this podcast, like just having a conversation. I'm all about that, bro. To silence that shit is bad, bro. Anything, I'll hear anyone out, bro. I think if you just censorship, that's what we're talking about.
I mean, I'm not saying it's censorship, but I think it's like, okay, like at what point do they like take some kind of responsibility as to like the shit that they're putting on the show? Because I mean, we know people are gonna watch shit and then they're gonna fucking like spin it off or you know just
make run with it.
Run with it. You know,
start some like
oh, Joe Rogan had his on. I'm gonna talk about it on mine. All right, now this person is gonna share it.
Well, that's what everyone's doing anyways. That's what the media is doing. He takes stuff that's from the media and just talks about it on his show. It's really just having a voice. And that's the thing. And he's powerful, dude. You know what I mean? He's a powerful dude. He has a lot of viewers and stuff. A lot of people listening to him. Midterm elections are just around the corner. You know what I mean? In November, that's the thing, man. I think they just they want to censor people like that. They don't want another Joe Rogan too, because they don't even let people get to that level nowadays. They'll cut you the fuck off. And that's the thing. They want Joe off of Spotify. Even if he gets off, I think there's plenty of other places that would want him to come.
Absolutely.
I don't know. Any thoughts, Mr. Williams?
It's all great. That's interesting.
I just say more debates. That's what we need.
Well, sometimes it's good to have a platform like that, because you give somebody, and then the public can decide, oh, this person's full of shit, or, can be like, oh, well, so that's an interesting point of view. I've never looked at it from that perspective, So a lot of times, somebody will go on and have a crazy theory, and just the public will shit on them, and
Yeah.
I mean, like
burying themselves.
Like the kind of censorship, I think, like I'm just against hate speech and like disinformation just for the sake of views and popularity.
Well, that's true. That is true. I think we all are.
You were talking about
we want the truth.
You're talking about now more than ever. There's so much information. It's hard to discern. There's two sides to everything now, so it's hard to discern. Like for example, is your side of the information correct or is my side? So there's all this like.
Mm-hmm. That's why you need debates.
That's true.
I'm willing to hear shit out like that, bro. I'm into that shit.
And that's what I was talking about. Sometimes it's not a bad thing to give somebody a profile or a platform like that. Because then, the audience, the population at large can decide if this person's full of shit or not. Ultimately, when you have a debate, it's, the perspective who's judging it, not really the two people who are just the medium or the people kind of narrating it, so to speak.
And just like the presidential debates, as much BS that they spew up there and shit, you know what I mean? They're still entertaining and people still tune in for that shit. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, dude.
All you need is a place for that, and I'm sure a lot of people will come and listen because people want to know what's going on. Instead of just having he say, she said, get together, let's figure things out. And maybe we can get shit done because this is what's going to happen, bro, in the future. What's going to happen is that you're going to have our kids' realizing how fucking stupid we were because morally we didn't do things right. We did things for profit. We did things because we wanted to be right, not do right. So, and we're going to see that, man. And I think, going into this with the next topic with the truckers, the convoy, with the mandation, I can see why they want everyone to be vaccinated because in the future, you're going to have a group of people that are not, and you're going to have a group of people that are. There may be studies done showing that they don't want that. But what I'm saying is they don't want that shit.
Right.
And I'm thinking that's why it's getting too extreme how they're acting, all this mandations. And you got people like these truckers, which good for them, I say, because We need people to stand up like this, man. Thoughts, Mr. Williams, on the trucker convoy in Canada?
No, I just, kind of echoing what you were saying. I think it's really badass. I mean, the fact that they're kind of standing up for themselves, which is, awesome to see. And apparently that's going on everywhere,
Yeah, it's getting
They're
crazy.
really
in a lot of places.
suppressing a lot of the coverage, in these places like Spain and the UK and Australia and, Portugal, all over the places. People in the streets protesting against all the, vaccine mandates that are going on in their country. So
Making people, mandating this, like forcing your livelihood to be on the line if you do not succumb to their demands. It's not cool.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, there's people that can't get vaccinated for health reasons,
Exactly.
and, to mandate all these things. I mean, I got vaccinated, because I was like, it's probably in my best interest to do it. I feel like I'm young and healthy enough that, like, if there was, something that was gonna come down the road, like, I want to at least have it.
Yeah, everyone has their choice if they want to
You
do
know?
it. Yeah.
But I mean, these dudes are independent contractors most of the time, right? Truckers. They work for companies.
Yeah,
I mean, but like
but
they're on the road by themselves. You know what I mean? And they travel from spot to spot. So thinking like you have COVID, right? You didn't get the vaccine, and you're traveling from spot to spot. You could be what they call them, super
Well, the
carrier or whatever.
Well, you could get it no matter what, and you can transmit it no matter what.
Even if you have the vaccine.
Even if you have the vaccine.
But like, let's just say they don't, right? Let's just say they don't, and they do get COVID, and they do get hospitalized, and then they stop at a truck stop, and now like 5 dudes got it, and now all of a sudden like our shipments and food and all this kind of stuff is put on hold.
Yeah,
because these fools got, you know what I mean?
Well, they're learning more about this every day. Like 3 days ago, the CDC just said, and this is stuff like people have been saying for a while, that once you get it, you have natural immunities.
Antibodies.
The antibodies. And then they said, like, even for children, if they get it and everything's okay, that's it. That's pretty much, they have the antibodies, so they're good. They shouldn't even get the vaccination after that. And that's what people are arguing right now. I'm sure it happened to a lot of truckers. A lot of people have gotten COVID, and they just realized, like, well, I got the natural antibodies. Why do I need to get a shot? I can see it that way. And it's really my body, my choice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At this point, it's my body, my choice. So, I don't know, man.
When COVID started, a lot of the hospitals were getting incentivized through a lot of these, and I don't know if they were infrastructure, but just through a lot of these bills that, that the government was passing, giving everybody money. I forgot what it was, but if a patient came in and they had COVID, that's like $5,000. If you put them on a ventilator, that's like $30,000. So, hospitals and doctors were kind of incentivized monetarily to, put somebody on a ventilator for 5 minutes, or say they, even though they had, brain
they were
cancer,
saying
they died of, COVID, and
that's what
everything.
I mean, they were saying like if the patient came in and died of COVID, and like let's just say he didn't die of COVID, he just died of other complications, or he had something else at the same time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they put down his cause of death was COVID. Then it was like, okay, they're gonna get an extra bit of money, chunk of change from the government because of that.
Yeah.
And so there was no way of telling, like, okay, how many actual deaths did they have?
That were due to COVID.
They were due to COVID.
Like
they were
really
actually
COVID,
actually due to COVID. Yeah.
And that just leads to like comorbidities, like, or things that are wrong with you. You know what I mean? It triggers certain things that are wrong with you. It doesn't really just kill you itself, I don't think. I don't know, man. Yeah, like I said, we're learning more about this every day. And but other trucker news, a woman came in contact with a escape-infested macaque. It was a herpes-infested macaque. And a monkey that was like 100 that were. There was a car crash. A truck coming from Missouri or heading to Missouri crashed, and a whole bunch of monkeys escaped. And this woman came in contact with it, and now she's feeling like getting pink eye. She's getting all these symptoms, flu-like symptoms. And it's like, damn, dude, this is like 12 monkey and shit. You know what I mean? This is like going to be like some future apocalypse. It's going to lead to.
That wasn't 12 monkeys. That's what happened to 12 monkeys.
I don't know, man. I can't remember what happened in 12 Monkeys. But
I
that's
mean,
a
it was
dope
some
name.
vibe, but it was like the group was called the 12 Monkeys.
Or Outbreak. You know, it's going to be some shit like
Yeah,
Outbreak.
like Outbreak, yeah.
Yeah. But, I don't know, man. Just think about that's the next fucking, like, you know, Omicron's going away, hopefully, little by little. You don't hear about it as much. So they just probably have to come up with some new, a virus.
Some new.
Oh yeah.
What's your thoughts about that?
I mean, they're always going to be, you know, they're incentivized to come out with more variants, you know? You never hear.
Yeah, I mean, even people that write
It's
articles.
yeah, man. I mean, if you don't think there's a fuck ton of money tied up in these, you know, vaccines that they're pushing, I can't fucking help you.
I know, just shelved.
So-
They've probably been shelved for like years
yeah.
and years before. And they're
Dude,
just
I don't know if
reusing it for something,
I don't-
rebranding it.
I don't know of any other fucking, you know, organic virus where, you know, there's 92 different mutations of it. I mean, come on.
And these monkeys that were heading to be used for testing for the CDC. They're lab experiment monkeys that got out. And I think they got most of them, but still, dude, you don't know
That's
if they
messed up.
you don't know if they infected something else.
They could have, oh yeah. Well, and that's how it all started, right? Everything got, you know, transferred, what was it, from a animal to a human?
Yeah, like I said,
You know?
that woman, she's from Pennsylvania. She came in contact with it. So
Animals can get STDs.
yeah, well, cats too. You know, a lot of them get like STDs and stuff like that.
Damn.
In their own little animal world. Yeah, so that's some crazy shit, man. I don't know about fucking monkeys, infested macaques. All right.
Joe Exotic got denied, bitch, of getting
Denied?
out of jail, dude. Judge said, "Fuck that, you're staying in."
Because I saw your fucking documentary.
Yeah, he was trying to appeal it for like the third time, and they were like, "Nope, you're stuck, dog."
Here's a stuffed tiger.
Oh, this fool, like, he killed somebody or something?
Oh, Carol
like, what'd he do?
Baskin. Nah, I don't know. I don't know.
Wasn't he just trying to threaten her or something like that?
I don't know.
I forgot why he was locked up for, dude.
I never actually watched the series, so.
They're all those people are fucking crazy, man. To be honest with you.
Oh yeah, I mean
Everybody-
you have to be.
Yeah, I
You
mean
know.
it's a crazy world, man. The life of exotic zoo animals.
Oh, dude,
It's crazy.
be pretty badass to own a monitor lizard. Dangerous though.
Also, let me see what's in the news. Real life Mexican cartels are using Grand Theft Auto V to recruit new runners for their drug cartels.
Grand Theft Auto 5?
Grand Theft Auto 5, yeah. Getting online and just, it's been happening for a while, I guess. Just recruiting.
Hey, vato, I saw you fucking straight blast that cop, bro. Hey, you're a bear fucking thought of the fucking joining the Treses, dog.
Oh,
Come on, bro.
Damn, where do I
We be
sign
fucking
up?
we be fucking shooting people, bro. Come on, dog.
Orale,
You know what I mean?
Holmes,
Orale, wey.
I'm down. Where do I sign up, Holmes?
Like, what the fuck? Like, for reals, dude. They must be fucking recruiting young-ass motherfuckers, dude. I mean, who knows? I mean, that thing, I think, has had, like, so many different, like, I think they keep coming out with different mods for that Grand Theft Auto stuff, man.
I know.
It's interesting to see, like,
How it
how it
evolved.
changes.
Dude, like, remember Grand Theft Auto 1? It was just like a little, you just go to the little,
But, you know, that was one of the franchises I just didn't even really, like, get with, you know?
oh, for real?
Yeah.
I started playing. I played them all, man. It's pretty cool. But, and I could see that just like being online now, you know what I mean? Talking to people, you don't know who the fuck you're talking to.
Because that Grand Theft Auto,
And you're,
that 5 is, like, a multiplayer, right?
yeah, and you're making deals already on there, I'm pretty sure, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'll meet up right here for this. And you're playing that fucking game, you know what I mean? So I could see how motherfuckers going to be suckered into that shit.
Hey, man, I saw how you fucking that bitch in that fucking car, bro.
shit, dog.
Hey, man, like, hey, bro.
I like your style.
I like your style, bro. Play, nah, man. Dude, that's fucked up. I mean, like, you think about, like, all this stuff, this metaverse stuff. There's going to be a virtual gang at some point.
Maybe that puts a stop to like pedophiles and serial rapists and or just shit like that, man, because they have a place to fucking live out their sick fantasies.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And maybe somehow by them doing that, you know who the fuck they are, and you don't have to go about it in some fucked up negative way. You know what I mean? Like arresting and putting them in prison and all that shit. Maybe they can somehow find these people and
Rehabilitate them?
yeah, it's like so they can seek help in some way. You know what I mean? That's if it because they say it's like a mental illness or some shit. They're labeling it now. You know what I mean?
It is, yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You have like a fucking database for that shit, and you don't have to be kicking down doors, waving for foes. You know what I mean? You don't have to go about it a certain way like that. You can be like How to Catch a Predator, come to you door by door.
John
Whatever.
Quinones and shit. He's gonna be fucking virtually fucking on these things.
It's like dun dun dun. They just knock on your door.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
But yeah, man. I don't know. It's crazy, man. These games and shit. Watch your kids.
For real, man. The internet's just too fucking crazy for like kids, man, to be out there like unsupervised. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
A lot of the times it was like, I mean, kind of back in the day where the TV was the babysitter. You know what I mean? You put the fucking, Leave It to Beaver reruns.
That's what's up.
The Facts Alive or whatever, and just like
Golden Girls.
just fucking Golden Girls, and just peace out.
Yeah.
And now it's like, all right, cool. He's got his games. He's probably playing, what's that shit, Minecraft, and he's really out here like doing some like wild shit.
Hell yeah. Get them off the games and have them. If they need something to do, get them a telescope. Let them get into that, and that's gonna lead
chemistry set.
Hell yeah, and that's gonna lead into our next segment, our next topic, the Webb Telescope. Excuse me. It launched on December 25th on Christmas last year, and I think it's meeting its destination soon. It's gonna be between Earth and the Sun, and this is gonna be like the Hubble 2.0 kind of thing, bro. It's like. I don't know. I don't even know. I'm trying to think of the best description for it, but it's just like
It's like a super telescope, right? But it's in orbit, basically, right?
Yeah, it's in orbit right now, and I think it's heading towards the sun.
So
Close to the sun.
Really?
It's probably going to be powered by the sun. I don't know. It's all solar, I'm sure, but
yeah.
That's going to just supposedly give us answers or more to the theories of the Big Bang or string theory. A lot of people are excited. I'm excited too, man. It's cool. I'm totally for space exploration, even if it's not humans going out there.
I mean, imagine what we'll be able to see and predict or
oh yeah, man.
Tell about the universe, and once we are able to like see even further.
Yeah.
I mean, how many like habitable planets there are out there? That.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. That'd be fucking awesome to see galaxies. You see spaceships just like flying around.
Intelligent life, maybe. Who knows, man?
Dude, the Jetsons somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
the Guardians show up. Like, hey,
yeah,
man.
Dude.
They graffiti this shit.
Shit, dude. You need like something like that, and then from there, where that point is to send off. You know what I mean? You need this like chain of satellites or whatever the fuck. It's cool, man. It's pretty interesting. Any thoughts on that, Mr. Williams? You're spaced out right now. You're probably thinking about it or what? Where you at?
All this information is mind blown.
It's cool, man.
Wow.
Oh, I'm gonna take you down for like a little downer for a second, man. Are you a fan of the Peanuts? Charlie Brown?
The Peanut Gang?
The Peanut Gang?
The M&Ms?
No, the Charlie Brown.
Oh yeah. What about him?
Pigpen?
The original voice of Charlie Brown, Peter Robbins, passed away, died by suicide at age of 65. I guess he was struggling with alcohol addiction, and that's a bummer, man. I remember watching that as a child. Peanuts comic strip was pretty cool too. Big fan of Snoopy and Woodstock.
Mm-hmm.
Any thoughts?
Yeah, Woodstock.
On the Peanuts, JC?
I mean, not really. I mean, other than like it's one of the first exposures of like small gang of kids. You know what I mean? Just kind of like not necessarily going on adventures, but you know what I mean. kind of like making fun out of what was already there, and not like, okay, we're gonna get online and okay, we're gonna talk about whatever. These dudes were just playing, like, doctor. They were playing, like football. They were, they were just like using their imaginations.
It's the best way of growing up.
I mean,
bro.
like that kind of.
Grow up, for sure.
I mean, kind of, yeah. I mean,
being outside, playing,
this is who you,
living life.
That's how you really kind of like determine like how. I mean, in my experience, that's how you kind of like first really bond with your friends, is like in those kinds of moments. Like, okay, we're walking down, we're in a line, or we're all just kind of like
socializing.
Yeah, socializing.
Yeah.
Interacting with each other, and then, I mean, obviously now it's a whole different game with like COVID.
Yeah,
it's a whole
it's hard. Even before then too, man. We were like getting set up for that with the virtual world. People were, even before COVID, was already kind of like distancing themselves from each other, playing video games and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like we were just talking about meeting drug mules and cartels and shit. That's been going on for a while. It's nothing new. You know what I mean? It's only probably going to get worse too now, the more we get detached from outside. Look how beautiful it is outside. Look all these trees around me.
Exactly. I mean, like, even like, think of the iconic characters in the art. Snoopy. You see fucking Snoopy everywhere. You see him on like the parade. Charlie Brown. They started making like the little Charlie Brown shirt. You know what I mean?
Real, yeah.
That girl Lucy. The Christmas thing. I mean, it's just like iconic. I mean, who knows what was going on? Like how tortured or misunderstood or whatever this guy was, but I mean, he gifted us with like the Charlie Brown character. I mean, voice. I mean, good grief. I mean, people still say that.
Good grief. Yeah, man, that's true. R.I.P. And R.I.P. to Louie Anderson too.
Oh man, that's a heartbreaker for me. I think
Life with Louie. That shit was funny as fuck as a kid.
I do,
bro.
man. I remember that episode where it was talking about Christmas, and his dad was like putting no Christmas lights, and he didn't like it. And it's like, there's some lady next door was like, he had to like put up the Christmas lights for her because she couldn't do it, and he's just like throwing them up there. He's like, "Happy New Year, Merry Christmas."
And it's a funny ass little character too.
I liked him in that show. I don't know if you got to see it. It's Baskets with Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah, I think
he won an award for that.
Oh, good for him.
Man, it wasn't like his normal type of role. He played the main character's mom. I think his name's Chip, and he had a twin brother. So she was like the mom of these twin boys, and obviously one of them was like a French clown, and then the other one was like this kind of weird, business owner. But like watching it was like, man, like I know this guy's a man. Like I've seen him in other stuff plenty of times.
Coming to America.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But to see the way he acts, the way he would talk, his mannerisms, I was like, this fool's convincing as a lady.
Oh, for real.
You know what I mean? Like I was just like, honestly, he was probably like my favorite character on the show.
Yeah.
And rest in peace to that dude, because
that
was an impressive. I mean, to be able to kind of like fool and make people believe that like you are a different gender or whatever. I think that's like, I mean, how many people have been able to do it? You know what I mean? David Bowie, to a short way. Patrick Swayze, John Leguizamo. You know what I mean?
RuPaul.
Like RuPaul. It's just like, I mean,
Mr. Williams.
Oh,
no, never mind. Take that back.
But yeah, man, that was I guess we lost an icon. Who knows about that guy's personal life or whatever? But like as far as an actor goes,
what's that guy's name? Bob
Saget?
No, not Bob Saget. The
Newhart.
Silence of the Lambs. That dude, the serial killer.
Oh, Bushwick Bob.
Bushwick
Bill, actually.
Bushwick Bill? Yeah. He puts the lotion in the skin.
Pushing lotion on
the skin. Or gets the hose again.
That was a good one. I know you tried on that one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. All right, I don't know what else to talk about. That's it, man. That's it. You guys got anything else you want to say?
I don't know, man. I'm drawing a blank now that you asked me.
Me too. Mr. Williams, you good?
Nothing. I think we about covered it.
Yeah, I see you go.
Love me.